improve the gameplay, or it doesn't really alter the gameplay. Ooh, hold on. Let's look at Land D for a second.
Rio's having some weird, like, coming-of-age wet dreams right now.
He's like, at first it was just a pretty girl, but now it's I'm dreaming about dudes. Am I gay?
That's okay if I am, but like, am I? I just need to know.
I don't like Nozomi at all.
Yeah, and Tom cracks his knuckles. Whoa. Hi, this is your QTE specialist, Jake.
And I am not a QTE specialist, Yanni.
And here we are with Double Panic. What's going on, brother?
And then, whoa, Hulk Hogan over here.
Well, I mean brother as in, like, amicable person, not brother as in race.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. I'm not going to cross that line.
For one, you add the hard ER to brother, so that obviously means that...
I mean,
you add an ER to things.
Can't do hard ER. Nope. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
here's the QTE. All right, so... yeah.
Long time no see.
Oh, it's this idiot.
This is the guy who's been
Gary?
sniffing around us like a dog.
Larry?
Looks like we're gonna have to run this stray off now.
What the fuck was that accent? Okay, so it's right, left, yeah, right, left, X. Oh, fuck, did you hit 3 times? You got X, and then it's left, left, X.
Left, left, X, okay.
Yeah, left, left, X is your next 3. So left, left,
X. I
X.
just fucking dive kicked him off the motorcycle.
Yeah, take that bike, Rio.
Good thing he knows how to ride a motorcycle.
Apparently. Then left, then X.
What? I was... Oh.
Did you fail?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Alright, so it starts, it goes right, left, X.
Okay.
It's okay, folks. We're only going to be doing this whole episode. Long time no see.
Sniffing around us like a dog. Looks like we're gonna have to run this stray off now.
Charlie's his name. Yeah, that voice is not good. And then left, then X. What a sick drop kick. I love it.
Yeah, it's just like, why?
Yeah.
And that would kill him, too.
He would be dead. Rio just murdered a man.
Both of us would have been dead. And there was a left,
left, X. Yeah, left, left, X. Then it's right, right, right. After left, left, X. So left, left, X.
What? Oh, I'm pressing. I was pressing right the entire time.
Oh, shit. Well, that's okay. Take 3.
So for those of you guys that don't know, like, I hate putting excuses on, but there's a lag, there's a delay
Long time no see.
for my inputs from the game.
Yeah, because the game is like jank.
Looks like we're gonna have to run this stray off now.
And we're also recording left, right, right, left, X, or whatever the fuck. And then X is the last one. That guy's been murdered 3 times now.
Yeah.
It's like that fight in Undertale with the final boss where he kills you every time and you're like, hey, you've killed me X amount of times. Left,
like,
left,
sir,
X. Yeah.
It's like, sir, could you stop killing me? He's like,
please.
no.
He's like, no, I'm gonna do it more. Just keep mashing left. And then keep mashing X. There you go. And the next one is right, right, right. So just keep mashing right for the next 3. And then the next ones are right. And then the next 3, the final 3 are left, left, right. Left and another left. And then the final ones are right.
Oops, I did a left. Are you fucking kidding me? Why did it give me options?
Oh, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. Okay.
So you literally need the walkthrough, or you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to fuck up at the end.
Yeah.
And then I have to start all over again.
That's such bull. Okay, so right, left, X. That's so stupid.
This is the guy who's been sniffing around us.
And here's the 3rd accent.
Looks like we're gonna have to run this stray off now.
Look like we're going to have to.
Is that an Irish accent? What is that? Is Jacksepticeye in our game?
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Top of the morning to you.
I'm going to kick your ass.
Okay, so the next 3 are left, left, X. the hypest gameplay on YouTube. Sick.
All right, and there was right.
Then it was right. Yeah. And then one more right, and then it's left, right.
Left, right.
Yep.
Okay, so another left.
And then the final ones are right.
Like Jesus, if I didn't know, like
if you
regardless
didn't
if
know,
you didn't do that, you would have fucked.
You would have.
I guess you follow him, but like you're paying too close to the QTEs to really care.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now you have a free battle with Charlie. Once that's done, you get to go head home.
Smooth move. You ain't so bad, punk.
Okay. Thank you, I guess.
Just that's the equivalent. Was this the equivalent of Big Boss? You're pretty good. Like,
oh no.
oh shit! Is it all these guys? Okay, have fun. Free battle.
In this harbor and lives to tell about it.
This is just prepping you for that 70-man fucking fight.
Keep doing that. I wish the controls were better.
Oh no.
When it came.
Okay, I believe in you, Yana. You got this. Oh jeez. Oh man. Okay. All right. It's one of those scenarios where it's like, okay, do I talk more and distract you, or do I talk more to entertain? And it's like I have to do both, but it's not
You
good.
have to distract and entertain.
Distract and entertain. Get white pants, quick. Get him. He looks bootylicious. Give him a good kill. Oh, he's
Damn.
dead. Boom.
He looks like a member of NSYNC.
That's right.
Break your face.
Backstreet's back, and now you got to fight him, I think.
Oh, look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Charlie. Oh, he's gonna deflect. Oh, the Muay Thai knee. What a prick. Oh. Oh, come on. You got this, Yanni. Come on, kick his ass. At the very least, at least it resets you to the beginning of the fight, which is okay. Like, those guys seem to be really easy to beat, which is not bad.
Yeah,
at least.
I guess that's for like reasons.
Reasons, yeah. Well, because they're like, oh, this boss is a pain in the ass. Like, have fun. Oh, did you deflect that blow? That was cool. Apparently, like, in 3, it's just the worst because it's based off of stats. Like, it's not even based off of skill. It's based off of, like, yeah, if your stat's not high enough, it's not going to do damage. Which is dumb. Yeah! Ooh, big flip.
Ooh, finish with the throw.
That judo throw.
That good joke. Yeah, I was about to say.
That is not an all karate move at all. You gonna talk? Give him a kick right in the ribs.
Just choke him out.
Bro, like, this pit boss would be like, Rio, can you clean up the Mad Angels in his warehouse? And he'd be like, yeah, I can.
Like, fine, okay, I'll do it.
We'll give you extra money. And he's like, no need. I gotta be Karate Man.
If you clean up 8 bodies, you meet quota.
If you break 12 legs, that's 6 guys. That's quota.
Landy.
Landy.
Please, I beg you, don't tell anyone I told you. They'll kill me.
I'm gonna tell everyone that you told me.
I'm gonna snitch super hard. What are you talking about, Charlie?
Big snitches.
I don't know you.
You know what's messed up is I keep saying the hypest gameplay on YouTube, which is my throwback to when I used to watch fucking Super Best Friends all the time. I don't know why. I feel like saying that. It makes it feel right. You know what I mean? Like we're carrying the torch of horrible opinions.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, our childhoods are slowly being ruined right now because, like, or not, our adult,
our adulthoods,
our adulthoods are, you know, the time when you're an adult and shit didn't really matter too much. I'm talking your early 20s, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah. When you're like 21,
that's probably the
22.
best. That's the peak of humanity is when you're like 21 to 23 years old,
and life sucks, and no one knows what they're doing.
And people like sort of give you a pass because like, okay, you're just a dumb kid still.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm an adult, and they're like, no, you're not. You're fucking.
Because recently, Giant Bomb is currently imploding on itself.
Well, they quit, right? So they are all going different directions. Also, Kentaro Miura, the artist and author and creator of Berserk, passed away this month.
I'm just waiting for this is very cynical of me and very mean.
That's fine.
But I'm just waiting for the Castle Super Beast podcast for next week, so Pat can be, because Pat has if you guys watch Super Best Friends play or listen to the podcast, Pat has an affinity of saying oh, he's never going to finish it.
He didn't. He definitely didn't finish it.
And then this time he can finally be justified and be like, okay, well, I guess you kind of have a point.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, that's what Pat does though. He's the super cynical fucking, I'm going to yell at everybody because I'm a Montreal Canadian psycho angry person who does not care. And it's what was it? They're on the Reddit, the Super Best Friends Reddit thingy, or two best friends play Reddit, where people posted a GIF of Wooly and Pat just spouting off and saying shit, and over Wooly it says man with some of the facts, and over Pat it says man with none of the facts. And it's true. You couldn't have picked a better media to represent both of those two jokers.
Yeah, it's just hey. I'm going to again, a joke was made about it while the Super Best Friend play was going on. If you keep spouting shit, eventually one thing of the shit that you say is going to be correct, and that is literally the philosophy of Pat.
Pat's it's so weird because I posted it on their subreddit, not on that, but on the subreddit where it was hey, blah blah blah, and I'm so Pat's the kind of guy that he'll argue with you to a point of where it's the correct argument for something that happened 3 years ago, tangentially. And then Wooly's thing is he'll have some of the facts, but realize, I should probably change my opinion, which is normal. So basically listening to that podcast is a taste of purgatory. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It's not a bad podcast.
It's you never win.
You never win. It is peak you didn't win. That's literally the energy of the podcast. It's peak you didn't win. It's crazy, dude. If we got big enough to be on their podcast, that'd be the funniest shit.
Yeah, hey. we're talking shit. It sounds like we're talking shit about a lot of people. We brought up Danny Sexbang. We brought up.
I like these people. I like their content, but it's one of those things where it's when you fuck up, you fuck up. The internet can then ridicule you. That's I made that joke about the monkeys and the jaguar in a Kingdom Hearts LP. Which you were kind of hey man, that was kind of racist. And I'm I didn't think that was fucking horrible. So people are gonna be oh, Jake's a racist, and I'll be I am not. I assure you, Yanni would not be working with me if I was a racist, because he'd be hey, you're a fucking racist, you know?
Yeah, unless I'm one of those type of people who's just yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we established that you get off on my white guilt, so that's fine.
Yep. I get off on everybody's white guilt,
literally. But I don't know. People get super butthurt about stuff. I just think the two best friends, that shit was there are people that are tinfoil hatting, saying it was never real. It was all a dream. Because you start to forget more and more stuff. When Liam left and they cut him out of the intro for the Friday night fisticuffs, or the Saturday morning scrub lords or whatever. Where it was just Matt yelling at nothing, saying you forgot the cookies because Liam wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
And I was yo, true. I don't know, man. I liked Liam. Liam had some really good opinions on a lot of games, and he actually had a passion for a lot of the stuff. And he looked through it oh no, that's cool. If it was jank, he'd be yeah, it's kind of jank, but I still enjoy it because it makes me feel this way, which was nice. You know?
Yeah, I felt Matt and Liam had the hype level of being excited about stuff, because I just noticed just by watching, trying to watch Wooly versus, I can't. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm creating content.
Yeah, maybe
it's harder for me to watch.
Wooly's good with fighting games and stuff. It's just sometimes he gets super jaded, which is fair. A lot of his opinions I kind of align with, because of the way he thinks about fighting games and hitboxes, and how he argues what game should be and what story is. I think the one Castle Super Beast podcast I listened to was when they were talking about paying for additional content in games, and Wooly was okay, well, here's how I see it. How much do you Warframe? Do you like it $0 much? Do you like it $60 much? Do you like it $100 much? He's I get that it can be scummy, but it's also how much do you want to invest in the game that you're playing?
Well, I mean, it's a fucking free game, and people and it's a game that's constantly being developed. So there has to be people working on it constantly. So why would you expect to pay nothing for something? I understand, Angry Joe reference. $70 for a fucking blue skin or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked
egregious. But I mean, like, if it's bonus content and you're paying for like stuff that doesn't really improve the gameplay or doesn't really alter the gameplay. Ooh, hold on. Let's look at Land D for a second.
Rio's having some weird, like, coming of age wet dreams right now.
He's like, at first it was just a pretty girl, but now it's I'm dreaming about dudes. Am I gay?
That's okay if I am, but like, am I? I just need to know.
I don't like Nozomi at all.
Yeah, and Tom cracks his knuckles. Whoa. Today's the day.
Landy is still in the harbor. Okay.
Right. So this is your 4th day of the job. Lunchtime, do as you please. In the afternoon shift, you'll get interrupted by an injured Goro and the following QTE: circle X, X, circle left, down X. Which I will I'll repeat to you when we're ready for it.
Oh no. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
maybe you won't place 5th. Maybe
I will, because.
Good morning, everyone. Morning.
Honestly, though,
Like,
this
most
is
people are cowards and they won't post this on YouTube because they don't want to look like a bad at games. But I don't give a shit.
no, whatever.
I'm
Who
having
cares,
fun.
dude? That's like the same thing where it's like people are like, "Oh, which difficulty do you pick?" And I'm like, honestly, if it's a game that I'm unfamiliar with, I'll probably pick easy because I want to have fun. If I find I'm doing like, I like games that allow you to change the difficulty as you play, like, which is nice. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm kind of breezing through this. Let's put it up to normal, right? But like, difficulty shouldn't be, oh, you're not playing the hardest possible game. It's like, look, if I wanted to play a hard game, I'd go play Dark Souls and get my asshole caved in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's like hard games are only good to watch if the person is like exceptionally good at it.
Yeah.
Wow, I just jerked super hard.
you just fucking fucked that up. That's okay, though. Well, that's like watching dudes in Dark Souls that do special runs where they're like, okay, I'm not going to use these weapons, or okay, I'm going to do fists only, or okay, I'm going to do this magic spell only, and I'm going to find a way to break the game that way. Like, Iron Pineapple does a lot of that, because he understands the mechanics of the game. He gets how they work, right?
Yeah.
But like,
And I bet he practiced loads of times to end up doing that.
Yeah. Like, he did like, my favorite video that he took down because of the copyright infringement of the songs and stuff he had on it was Iron Marcus, where he basically gets like infinitely gravelorded in like Anor Londo. And it's the worst. Like, he just Red Knight fucking Silver Knights everywhere, Red Phantom Silver Knights, and he just couldn't win. And he's like, yeah, my game got permanently gravelorded and I had to fucking delete it, so that was that. But like, what was it? I've been playing Mafia 3 lately, which the Mafia games they're interesting for sure. Like, as far as like a single player kind of GTA experience, like, it's interesting. You ever play the Mafia series?
No, I had zero interest in those games for some reason.
It's like, so the first one is like post World War I, I think it is. You play as like some young guy, I don't remember his name. But he basically like moves his way up to a mafia, capo or whatever. Then in the second one, I played the second one and the third one most recently. So the second one you play as Vito Scaletta, or Vittorio Scaletta, who is like an Italian-born American who goes to World War II, comes home from war, gets put into the mafia, he goes to jail, yada yada yada, etc. etc. And the
that's
third
how the
one,
mafia works.
That's how mafia works. Yes. Oh no. Oh no. Can you reverse? Can you turn your wheels in reverse? Oh no. Okay, alright. Ooh, okay, just reverse more. Yeah. Just straighten them and reverse as much as you can. Yeah, there you go.
I'm stuck on like a hitbox, like...
Oh no. Just try to reverse as much as... There you go. Okay, there you go. That was scary.
Ooh. Oh no!
No!
Okay.
No! Oh no. Okay.
I'm going to need somebody to go.
Okay.
Okay.
That was horrifying.
And I can't save.
Okay, we're good. Just be careful. Don't even worry about making any times. Just fucking... Yeah. Oh, shit.
I'm like so scared to get close to those barrels, like I'm bumping into other stuff.
Yeah.
There are bad hitboxes in this game.
Yeah.
That are too big and sometimes too small at times.
Yeah. So yeah, at the end of Mafia 2, Vito gets basically indoctrinated into the mob and put in somewhere else. But Mafia 3 is interesting, in which you play Lincoln Clay, who is a black man who goes to fight in the Vietnam War, and you are in Louisiana.
Why did it register for lap 2?
I don't know. Just keep going. Yeah, you're on lap 3-3. You're fine. So you play as Lincoln Clay, who is a black man in Louisiana, and the game basically starts by saying, hey, there is going to be some racist dialogue in this game. We're not going to hide it, because not that we're saying it's a good thing. We need to know the time period, what it is. Like, you know, it's just FYI, you're going to hear some hard R words that you're probably not going to like, that are offensive, but it was a set piece of what happened in the time. And then you play as Lincoln Clay, who's this ginormous man who basically kills Whitey, and it's the best. Like, you just go around, like, stabbing, like, fucking rednecks.
Apparently, did that one not review well? Because I had people just, like, not really talking about it.
It didn't review well specifically because of the racism in it, because you play as someone who is who's persecuted, right? Because it goes on in Louisiana in the 70s, which was really racist. Like, they had like a theme park that was in the game. It's one of the first missions where you hunt down this dude and kill him. But the theme park itself is an old, dilapidated, racist theme park where it was making fun of like voodoo shaman and stuff, and it was like, finished. But like they didn't like
tried
it.
to run me over.
Yeah, they didn't like it because it's like no one likes racism. I get that. Once, and I'm not excusing it because it shouldn't be there. Like, and there is an option that you can change it so you don't hear it as much, kind of thing, if you don't want to hear it. But like, I mean, Lincoln bodies so many racist dudes. It's not even funny. Like the one
I thought
dude
it was the opposite reason. I thought it was because he was like just being vengeful black guy killing white people. I thought that's why it didn't review well.
But it makes sense though, because you get like in the main story is that you work with this guy who is part of the Black Mafia in the Hollow, it's called. Sammy. So you do a job for the main mobster, Sal Marcano, who essentially double crosses you, and you get shot in the head by your ex-best friend. And you survive the shot in the head. It's like the Punisher storyline, but you're black, which also happened in the Marvel Universe, which was fucked up. Thank you, Comics Code. but like...
When the Punisher was black for some reason?
Yeah, the Punisher was black. There's a fucking series about why he was black, and it was really, really, really stupid. Like, they shouldn't have done it. Like, it was really offensive. It was like, remember those blaxploitation movies that they'd made? Like, like Blackula and stuff, and how they were kind of like just tasteless?
Yeah.
What's one? Fuck, what's that movie with Michael J. White? Or Michael J. White, or Prince's name? Black Dynamite, you've seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, right? Like, it's a mock-you comedy kind of movie, but it's also, like, it plays on tropes and shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't know, like, it did get kind of review bombed because people didn't like the violence that Lincoln had, and I was like, I mean, if you piss off a Vietnam War vet, he's gonna go to town and take your shit. Like... You know what I mean? It's a kind of warranted revenge arc, and like there's good characterization, but a lot of the game.
Also, don't people love Django Unchained? Isn't that like...
Django Unchained was a fucking fantastic movie. That shit was awesome. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was dope to see fucking what's his face? I can't remember the actor's name.
Wait, where did he say am I delivering to? 18 again, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Who's the fucking actor from that again? Fuck. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. He was great, and so was Christoph Waltz as the German bounty hunter. That shit was hilarious. Mm-hmm. Leonardo DiCaprio, who was like woof. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 15 to 18, so yeah.
Why is 15 like halfway across the map?
I don't know. It's because it's old versus new or whatever the fuck it is. Like old area or whatever. I don't know. But like, yeah, the point of the Mafia 3, I'm enjoying it. It's just like what we were originally talking about, scaling difficulty. So at the onset of the game, you pick, do you want easy, normal, hard? So I picked normal. And like, the game is easy if you take your time and you stealth your way up to the objectives and stab the rednecks in the neck and just be stealthy. If you try any like open gunplay, cover shooter stuff, you die like almost instantly. Because it's like you're instantly dead. Now that also works for the enemies too. They are also like instantly dead, but it's like there are way more of them than there are you, kind of thing.
Yeah. So basically it's kind of like almost bullet spongy enemies. I've always like kind of got mad at most first-person shooters for not being realistic, or where like, why am I shooting this guy 20? This regular guy wearing no armor, 20 times.
Yeah,
and he's like, I don't know, it's just not realistic.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the game. Like, so for Borderlands, which is like a shooter looter, that's okay. But for something like Call of Duty, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't make it so the dude. Oh, that was the one thing. So I have, you know, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Did you ever play that?
No.
Okay, so Ghost Recon Breakpoint, when it initially launched, it had leveled gear and leveled enemies, where if you shot them in the head, they would take more than one shot. It was stupid. So people complained, because it was like, why would you put leveled gear in a fucking game that's about tactical stealthing and espionage? That's dumb. So when I played it, like, it came out for like, I think it was free, or I got it on sale for like super dirt cheap. They had a new mode added where you could have realism mode, or so you couldn't queue for any of the raids or dungeons or anything, but you could play through the game and just like use, you know, yourself. And like, if you shot a guy in the head, they would just drop, they would die. It was realistic. And I was like, why wouldn't you just come out with this immediately? And they're like, no, because Ubisoft was trying to push like the leveled experience and like the loot experience, and it's like, Ghost Recon is not the game to do that.
They're trying to division it.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Like, I don't want to sit there and watch, like, me with an SMG. I want to be able to go, brah, and then the guy's dead, not, like, shoot him for, like, 6 fucking magazines, you know?
Yeah. Ghost Recon is one of those games where it's kind of like, as I mentioned, The Division, where just, like, it looks so generic. Like, it looks like a video game that would be playing, that you would see some kid playing in, like, a TV show or whatever.
Yeah.
It just has no personality. It's not Call of Duty, so it doesn't even have the Call of Dutyism.
Yeah.
Like, attached to it, so.
Yeah. Like, I liked Wildlands because it was taking out the Mexican cartel, which was pretty fun. And Wildlands was, you could group with your buddies and, like, doing airdrops with, like, 3 best friends and just fucking, like, going to town on the cartel was hilarious. They put in fun stuff like you can fight the Predator in the jungle. So that was ridiculous because we're like, what the fuck? And, like, we had no idea what to do because it was the fucking Predator. So, you know, you can make your dude look like Solid Snake, which was kind of fun because they gave you the stealth bandana. So, like, I had a blast with that. I think that was the last good Ghost Recon game I played. But, like, that's where the personality kind of was. Like, you fought Mexican cartel and you know, did, like, tandem shots with your best buds. And it was drop-in co-op, so it was like, hey, man, are you playing right now? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool, I can play for 20 minutes. Yeah, sweet, I'm just doing this mission. Sick, cool. You know?
Yeah.
But then Ubisoft's like, oh, yeah, we're going to release another Splinter Cell game. And I almost don't want them to. Because it's going to look like The Division. It's going to have weapon scaling bullshit, probably. You know?
Well, I mean, like, I mostly liked it because it had, like, a decent story attached to it, at least, to make it, like, not generic. Like, The Division is so generic even when it comes to story.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, because it has the basic, like, MMO setup of where it's just, like, here goes the overall story for the world that you're in, and then that's it. It's just mission-based from there on out.
You are the
like,
chosen one. Like, you know, of whatever.
Yeah. Lunchtime, eh?
Lunch is free, so you can do whatever you want. You just play darts if you want, and then it's after lunch you get interrupted by an injured Goro and a following QTE. So I think it'll be just kind of like another nothing session at lunch. It doesn't say anything specific for it.
Well, more podcasts. This is going to be like the podcast sets of episodes that you guys want to see.
Just talking about like Ghost Recon and COD and actual good shooter games. Like, what would be like from like... Okay, so if you had to pick one game from your past, like, you know, you said you're a relatively new gamer, so like one game from when you first started gaming to one game now that you could play, like on repeat, what would it be from either age?
On repeat, wow, that's actually, it's kind of hard because like I I'm not the type of person who like plays games on repeat. Like, especially because I mostly like story-based games, unless it's like something like I've been getting into Warzone recently because everybody's playing it, and I played a lot of League of Legends in college because like everybody was playing it, and I kind of forced myself to like it.
Yeah, and then like the toxicity just sticks with you, and you're like, fuck it. Yeah, I did the same thing. I played Shen a lot in League, like all the time, because he was a ninja tank, and I thought that was fantastic, you know. But okay, so I'll start then. So as far as like a game that I really, really liked from my childhood, like I'm going to say when I was like 17, 18, was the original Red Dead, specifically Undead Nightmare. Like I played the shit out of that because I thought the original Red Dead story was great. Every beat of the story was interesting. Like just roaming around in the West was super cool. But I also like, you know, games that allow me freedom to just kind of like goof around and do whatever I want, right? Undead Nightmare was fantastic when it came out. I still think they should do an Undead Nightmare 2, and you play as like Micah and Dutch. That'd be hilarious. I would fucking buy that in a heartbeat. But it was just something about like killing zombies in the West and like fighting Bigfoots was hilarious to me, and like just riding around on like undead horses was super cool, you know. And then if I had to pick a game now that was recent, I would say Ghost of Tsushima. Like I just recently did New Game Plus, or started one, because I was getting some footage for it and like taking screenshots and shit. And it's just such a beautiful, wonderful game. Like Sucker Punch blew it away. They didn't have to release Legends for free. They didn't have to give us that kind of quality, but they did. So I'm really interested to see what that studio does going forward, because they basically out Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then I'm going to go with two normie choices from my childhood. One is going to be Pokemon.
True.
Because like I used to like play the shit out of Pokemon, like not like even a little bit, just like
all the time.
lot. Like I nuzlocked it. I like played every single game multiple times. Like I used to play a trading card game back before it was popular again.
Yeah, before they took it all out of Walmart.
And also mentioning Sucker Punch, Infamous. I played a lot of specifically like one. It's just like because I decided to get PS3 instead of an Xbox, even though it was the expensive choice.
Yeah.
But like, I played a lot of Infamous. And today would probably be, I honestly play anything that's really new. And honestly, I've been going back a lot to play some older games I've never played. Like for example, tune into the live stream where I'm going to be playing SMT 4, I believe it is, for Nocturne the remaster.
Nice. Yeah, like that's the thing too. Like even like with the whole Mass Effect trilogy Legendary thing coming out, like I have that arriving today. It was something where I was like, do I wanna buy that again? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, well, regardless of what happened and how it was publicized, did you enjoy the games when they came out? And the answer was yes. I enjoyed the games. I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed the universe. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take that enjoyment. I'll do an LP of that on my channel, and we'll see how it goes. And then I wanted to do kind of a video essay on what happened, and that was kind of like the gradual decline of what happened to BioWare. Those 3 games specifically, as well as Dragon Age. That's where things kind of started getting really janky, you know what I mean? Especially with their staff and what was going on. A large part of that was due to EA pressuring them to do more and more and more and monetize more and more and more, you know what I mean? But that was kind of like the end of Golden Age of gaming, you know, as far as story was considered.
Yeah. I would say like just other people picked up the band, because like EA was killing it from like if it was 2007 to like 2000, like I would say 11.
Yeah, they did a really good job with a lot of shit, but then it's like
mostly because of BioWare, because it's like KOTOR, boom, that's a fucking classic people talk about. Dragon Age series, people talk about Mass Effect. Dead Space, people forget about Dead Space.
Dead Space was the shit. That was such a good fucking series back in the day. And then it just went downhill. Like when you mentioned Infamous, like I played Infamous 1 and 2, and I played Infamous Second Son, which was also pretty good. Like those games were solid though for what they were. You know what I mean? Like playing as Cole. Like at first I'm like, yeah, okay. But like that game I think had the best intro to a game ever. It's a peaceful little park in the middle of who the fuck knows where, and then you press start and all shit breaks loose. And it's like, wow. That had me hooked from like second one, you know, and that was, to me, that was good story writing, you know.
Yeah,
And
even though Cole looks like a generic ass character, he has good character personality. I like his character.
yeah, his growth. I played both good and evil on all 3 games, both ways, to kind of understand what the story beats were different. And like, nice. And like Cole's good story was good. His evil story, I think, was very, very interesting. Like, as far as like the culmination of the second one. Have you ever played the second one where you're in like the Louisiana swamps?
Yeah, I played that one.
Yeah, like I played the good version. Was interesting because it's just so fun to watch him. He has another one of those fucking sphere things that can control the world as we know it and like destroy or fix conduits or kill conduits. And like the prompt at the end of the game is let go, and I'm like, oh, and that's for the good ending where like you're like, oh, you're gonna die if you do this, and you're being besieged upon by like these fucking giant superpowered monster people that are just like, no, you can't do this, like that would killing us all, annihilating us, and it's like, nah, like, you know. And the first one was like Kessler was a version of Cole from the far, far future that saw the end of the world and was like, you need to stop this, but you're not doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Game over.
I honestly like that, like the fact that you're the main bad guy is just like you from the future.
It's you from a far future. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's done in a good way.
Yeah, which is cool. And Cole kind of has a suspicion that I know this guy. And then, like, Kessler's like, I'm you, you idiot. Like, you know, after, like, 3 chapters, he's like, no, I'm you. And it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, Infamous is a surprising. Even Second Son is really good.
Yeah, like when you're playing as the kid who's like kind of a nobody graffiti artist, dumbass kid, but
which
then like
people kind of don't talk about the kind of like I don't know. But the fact he's supposed to be Native American and like Troy Baker did the facial mocapping.
Yeah, that was weird.
Is that
like
kind of like maybe you should have got like a Native American person to at least do the facial.
You could have had Troy Baker do the voice, which is fine. Like he's a good voice actor, but you like it's dude. He is the whitest of white people. Like you could have had literally anybody else do like the facial mocap, or you could have had it just animated properly. Like you know what I mean? And it's like we're at the point where there's technologies where you do facial mocap for stuff, but they can do it in a good way. Like for instance, the guy that played TLC from Stargate, right? He's a big black guy. He did the facial mocap for Kratos, but they animated Kratos' Greek features. You know what I mean? Like they didn't try to whitewash and they didn't try to do reverse whatever face or whatever. They tried to keep it within a realm of realistic. You still had TLC, who was I don't know his fucking actual name. I should fucking look up his name because I feel like an asshole just calling him TLC. Where is it? But like you can do that in such a way where, you know, like you should be able to represent people properly in games because there's tons of people and actors that want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like I'm not even talking about the voice here. If you think voice acting is like very skillful thing, and if you want to hire the best voice actor, they did with Troy Baker, got him in there. But the problem is that they like just literally had his face. Like you can see Troy Baker's features over this like brown-skinned Native American, and it's just like, is this? Yeah,
that's not cool. Christopher Judge is the guy's name that did Kratos. So it's just he's known as TLC. So yeah, Christopher Judge. He did such a good job with that, right? But it's like, that's the problem with like, hey, we cast this person to do the voice of this. I think the best moment where they recognized it, as far as like having a white voice actor be like a colored person or whatever, was in you ever watch Big Mouth? Yeah, so the girl that plays Maisie or whatever, like they got to the scene where her 2 cousins or whatever were saying, oh man, you can say that word, and then the person's like, I literally cannot say that word, looking at like, and they animated her drawing her at the screen, and I was like, good for you for at least being fucking aware of like what you should and should not do in a show. Like that's cool. But then people are like, oh, that's an example of being woke. I'm like, no, that's them realizing who they cast. They're
and
going,
also
hey.
they could have like got around that by just casting someone of a different that race.
They could have cast like a
and
person
also,
of color.
but then again, like the writer is white, so I mean, like, is it still wrong because they had to physically write that?
Yeah, and that's where you get into things where it's like, who can and cannot create things, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's a huge argument where it's like, well, maybe more people should be into this, or more people should write, or you should contact more people about personal experience. But anyway, here comes the stupid QTE, so I'm gonna get that ready. The first three are circle X circle.
Okay.
Hey, over here!
God, these guys are assholes. I hate them.
It's the worst.
It's like, why? I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to meet quota here.
We're trying to do a podcast on the instability and inequality of people, and they're interrupting us with gameplay that's jank.
And these are a bunch of like Americans assaulting a Japanese kid. This is a hate crime.
Yeah, right. Like, look how full circle we came. Oh, fuck off, Josuke. Get out of here.
What's your problem?
Circle X circle.
Ooh. Oops.
And then it's XX circle. So, oh shit.
Oh, okay.
We'll try that again.
All right, I wasn't paying. I was literally looking at like my audio recording because I want to make sure.
You guys again.
Just like, oh,
Again,
shit.
recording
Yeah. Recording issues and screens and all that shit. And then it's circle next. And then it's X, then X. And then it's circle left down. Then left. Then down. And then I think X is the last one. What?
Well,
Did they change it to add to circle?
So you
I think it. Okay, let's try this one more time.
All right.
problem.
Circle X, circle X, X.
You.
X. Circle. And then XX. XX. And then circle left down.
Hey, boy! Oh no! Hey, no escape!
And then down X. So if you fail it, it gives you another prompt to recover, but then, okay.
So you showed, eh? You guys again.
Welcome back to the cyclical hell.
You.
And then XX after this.
Yeah, then XX after that. And then it's circle left down.
Hey, boy! Oh no!
So it's left down X. But you got the last one, so that's not bad. Okay, cool.
All right. Sometimes he just like lies to you, but it's fine.
Yeah, it just gives you the big lie. What
You're gonna
happens?
pay for beating up Goro.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's what happened.
What did you say?
That's why you're back. Next time it won't be just you.
What?
We're gonna go after your family and friends.
Guess what? My girlfriend's going to Canada,
Yeah.
and
She's not even my girlfriend, I'm pretty sure.
I have no family.
My dad died. I am a nobody.
I have no friends.
Oh. Okay, so then you work the afternoon shift, which ends with talking to Mark, and then you can quiz the two foremen on the corner of Warehouse 1. Then you visit the homeless man to learn the charge cross, and then that's it for the working thing, and then it's a 70-man fight.
Oh no.
Yep. We're gonna get there. Boxes. I remember when I was younger, I used to not really understand the whole thing of representation in media. And then as I got older, I was like, no, that makes sense. People should be represented by what the fuck the story is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's like everybody, like even if you are like a minority, you don't really understand. Because I never understood like why there was a whole bunch of white people on the TV screen, and like I didn't really care whether or not if there was a black person or not there. And then like when you get older, you just like, hey, how come there isn't? And then you start to realize it.
Oh, and go, oh shit, okay, fair. You know? And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, who is it? My my professor friend named Angus, who is a black man from Trinidad, who teaches ethics in Texas. Go figure. You know, he's a super cool guy. Like when the whole BLM thing started, like during the events of like the tragic event that happened with George Floyd, I was like, hey man, as a white person, what should I be doing right now? And he's like, I'm really glad you asked that question. And we had like a 2-hour-long conversation as to like what I could do as far as like, you know, like just recognizing certain things and understanding, you know, what my effect or what my potential effect on people can be, especially within my community, etc., etc. So I was like, all right, cool, that's right on. So like he was just like it was an educational conversation piece, right? Because it's like, you don't know if what you're going to say, like, I'm sure the shit we've said in this fucking playthrough, people will be like, you can't say that. It's like, but I did. Like, I'm coming at it from an understanding point of like, hey, I understand that the world is not fair, but I also have to understand that we all need to make changes to make it better. This is what happens when we have...
like... There's like a happy medium between everything, because people either are super woke and get offended about everything, and there's people that like are kind of inconsiderate assholes and like don't like get upset about everything or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like you got like, even if it doesn't upset you, you should still recognize, hey, you know what? This is probably a bad thing. What can we do to potentially do better, right? Like, I don't know. Like, every time on Twitter, when you see hashtag YouTuber, you're like, oh, fuck, what did someone do now? Like, you know, what did a YouTuber do now? And it's usually a Minecraft YouTuber. What did they do? Like, you know?
What, a Minecraft YouTuber? Well, considering, like, the age of a Minecraft YouTuber spans between 16 and, like, in the early 20s, like,
16 to 23.
I kind of...
Well, the whole
I kind
thing
of don't really have any too much faith in them.
Yeah, like the whole thing with Call Me Carson, where he just ended up quitting. Fuck, what else? Dreams Stands or whatever the fuck, who are just like super weird, and they're just really it's a really toxic community. And like it's the same thing like with other like big people like that. What's that fucking guy who's fucked up, Maximilian, whatever his name is? How Critical went and talked about how shitty he is as a person, and it's like, yeah, that's fair. But like, if you have an audience, like let's say one day, Yanni, you and I get to this big point where we have a bunch of people that we technically have influence over. We'd be like, hey, try not to be dicks to people. Maybe just play video games and have fun. You know what I mean? Because when you're like, you have a responsibility to be like, hey guys, don't be a fucking dick. You know? That's like the same thing with Ninja. How he's like, how is it my responsibility to tell people not to be racist? I'm like, well, I mean,
and I absolutely hate that when people like expect like other people in the public to be like, hey, why are you spreading all this like hate and stuff, and then like their audience is out of control and then want to be like, well, I'm not anybody's babysitter or whatever. Like when you have a chance to make a positive impact in the world,
you
or
should
just
probably
like
be
not
like,
make it worse than
like, you know, and like I get that if you're playing high level Valorant games or whatever and some dude gets crusty in the pub and starts hurling fucking slurs, you got to be like, hey man, that's not fucking cool, don't do that. Well, but no, it's not cool, don't do that, I don't want any part of it, you need to stop doing that because it's bad. And then leave it at that, like at the very least, right? But then like if he has a moment, hey guys, the reason that's bad is because of these reasons. You know, I'm not expecting like a white privileged dude like fucking Tyler Blevins to understand what fucking donations and shit are going on, but at the same time, it's like he should at least be able to be like,
don't do that, or
like say don't do
you'll
that.
Get banned.
Yeah, or like you can get banned, or it hurts someone's feelings, it's disparaging. He doesn't have to be the
like
expert.
Then he makes it awkward for his black fans that are just like sitting there, just like, are you going to say nothing? Because if that happens, and like if I was a fan of Ninja and I saw that happen, just people constantly saying the N-word, he does nothing about it. And I come to him, or like a community comes to him and be like, hey man, you do something about it? And then he says, no, I'm just going to automatically, oh, you just don't give a fuck about black people. You care more about your money or the money that's coming in than to say like, hey, just don't be racist. Like that's the least amount of thing that you can do. Like that's probably one of the most like easiest thing you can do is just don't be racist. Even racist people know that you shouldn't be racist. So if you say it, like nobody's going to come at you like, oh, you're being too woke or whatever. Like, no, I think the general consensus.
Be a fucking nice person. Have someone with like integrity at least. You know what I mean? Like shit. It's not hard. Like, what's the golden rule? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I'm pretty sure you would want someone to be nice to you on the first interaction, hopefully, or at least be like neutral. You know what I mean? Like, no one's craving. I mean, unless you're like a masochist, no one's craving to get their ass beat in the middle of the street every day, or like be like fucking, you know, targeted. Man, this gameplay's really got us into our fucking like crazy fucking political.
Well, I mean, like all we can do is talk, and then like what's going on in the world today? Oh yeah, everybody's racist for some reason. In the world
Everyone's
today,
horrible, and the world is shit. But man, these tank controls, it's just like, oh shit. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well, no, it's just because what else are we gonna talk about, right? Like, there's, I mean, other than like the game stuff. In Resident Evil Village, apparently one of the bosses. Like, I haven't played it, but one of the bosses, apparently someone's like, oh, this Danish, like, horror movie guy was saying that they stole his design from a movie, and, like, it looks similar, but it's not the same, so it's one of those guys that are like, this popular media is really doing well, give me money, please. And it's like, dude, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? I see that so much on Twitter, it's the worst.
Hurry up, drop it. Alright, there.
Nice. Look at that.
Got my quota in.
Got the quota again.
And I got interrupted as well, so suck that, Goro, for getting kidnapped.
You stupid moron.
Okay, good job. Here's today's pay.
Dude, you made quota every single day.
I know, I need to get a promotion.
Thanks. You met quota, son. So starting tomorrow, you'll get a 50 yen raise.
But, like, that's, like, compounding. That's not bad. Yo, you're at, like, 500 yen per crate now. That's crazy.
Keep up the good work.
Dude.
Yes, thank you very much.
But that's cool, though. That's such a fucking cool reward. Hey, man, you did more than we expected you to do. Here's extra money starting tomorrow. If you just keep doing good work, we're going to keep rewarding you.
Hey, Dio.
What? It sounds like he's saying Dio.
Dio. Dio? Nani?
I heard them all whispering something about Long Ja. That is soon.
Long Ja?
Best I can figure, it's some Mad Angels black market deal. Makes sense.
I can kick him in the ocean right now.
Yeah, but dude, Mark is super cool though. Like, Mark is like the nicest guy you've ever met. He's your supervisor. He does cool races in the morning. He gives you intel on the guys that murdered your father. You know, you've saved his ass a couple times. Like, I want Mark to be like a co-op tag-in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just shows up.
All right, so where am I supposed to head to next?
You have two options, one of which is going to warehouse number 1, and there's a couple guys you can ask questions to. 2 foremen. Okay. And then you can go to warehouse number 18 to learn the move from the old guy, and then that's it.
Okay, so 1 is this way.
Yeah, you might as well just go to warehouse 1. There's the 2 guys in the corner there, I think, you can talk to.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Oh, not here.
That's warehouse 8.
That's not 1?
Yeah. Give him a pop quiz.
Alright, is it you?
No, it's the guys in the white helmets, I think.
You are disrupting the work.
No, I'm not. There's nobody doing anything. And
listen,
I'm a
idiot.
worker.
The shift's over. You're dumb. What work? Try going the other way? No. Like, back towards that guy, but down the hallway. So, left? Yeah.
Like this?
Go straight there. Yeah, there's guys right there, to your right.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Have you heard about some deal the Mad Angels are arranging?
Well, I wouldn't know about that, you know.
So you haven't seen any of them around?
Nope, but I saw a couple of sailors acting kind of suspicious. The harbor is full of all kinds of sailors, don't you know?
Okay.
Where did you see them?
Okay.
Over by the harbor lounge.
Look how my cat's just screaming in the hallway. No! Don't go over there! He probably just wants food. I'll feed him later.
Probably not around anymore.
I see.
Okay. What about that guy?
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
The Mad Angels are making.
Don't know about stuff like that.
I see.
I don't know anything.
Hey, wait a minute.
I just...
Come to think of it, I did see me a couple of foreigners snooping around.
There's like 80 here for some reason.
Like, buddy, I fight them every day. How are you guys not seeing that I'm getting fucking violently attacked by these white dudes every day? These evil white men.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Getting constantly attacked by evil white men. Please save me.
Dude, that's a legitimate problem. like, there are so many fucking evil white men. Oh, man.
I can't wait till I can become an evil white man.
No, it's not worth it. I mean, I've never been, but like, there are too many. I think there's too many positions that are filled right now.
Because like if you have no concept, if you don't care about heaven or anything, being an evil white man is an optimal strategy run for life.
Well, I mean,
because like morally, you don't give a shit about going to heaven or hell
because
you have no concept of that. So
do we really get to the point where we're explaining how to be an evil white man on this fucking gameplay?
Oh, youngin', it's you.
Hey, homeless man, do you want to know how to be an evil white man? Follow Jake's 10 easy steps. 1. Beat Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
2 through 9, question mark. 10. Profit. Congratulations, you are an evil white man.
How about the Hazuki tradition?
But I...
No buts, boy.
No butts.
No
but I'm
butts.
a butt guy.
Yeah, man. The only reason I didn't give a shit about Nozomi is because she's got no junk in that trunk.
I know, right?
Now she's going to Canada.
Maybe she had more cake.
She had more cake. I'd be interested.
What's that move?
It's called the cross charge.
The cross charge?
What?
Just at the moment you evade, slam into your opponent's side. When used up against
I love this theme of ancient warrior from China.
they can all gang
Oh
up
yeah, I
on you,
love
you
it.
know.
Oh, it slaps.
This
It's
move
lit.
is perfect for times
I can't
like
wait till
that.
3 years when we play Shenmue 2.
Okay, so when they all gang up on you, this is the move that's very important, is use your cross charge. When they all gang up on you, Yanni.
Okay.
It specifically says this will help you in the 70-man fight.
All right. Well, let me see because he didn't decide to teach.
Wait a minute.
Well, actually show me.
Okay, so we have one more day of work. 5th day of the job. Fuck.
Wait. Cyclone kick
Wait, hold on.
is R2 plus R2 and X. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Then R2 square and X.
Oh my fuck. Okay. Okay.
What was going on?
The QTEs, that's for the next day of work.
Why is there so okay?
Cause here's okay, so here, hold on. This is a QTE with divergent fucking paths.
Yeah, now it's just L2. Fuck all the complicating things.
No.
And
So here's how it goes. At lunchtime, you'll encounter Goro and Mai, and the rest of the hour is yours. The afternoon has another chase scene with the QTE, this time with a difference. There's a choice you make halfway through, each with their own set of prompts. Oh, okay. I know your silence is like, you're just angry, so let's just explain how this works. Basically,
Okay, we'll
you have...
do that
in the next
time.
episode.
See you guys later.
Later. Holy fuck. Okay.